I feel like it took me almost 20 years or more to find my quote, my voice or what I really enjoy talking about or the zone that I finally found. Did you come out of the gate talking about the things you're talking about now with the
No,
no, right? When did
no.
because I'm going to assume, and don't, correct me if I'm wrong, you come out of camp and you probably don't want a lot of people to know you came out of camp. So you kind of keeping that under wraps and the thing. But on stage, I think that's the most incredible stuff putting out there. It's so honest, so funny, so pure. Um, when that
Took a
transition
minute to get
start?
there.
When did you discover that?
Um, it was a situation where, you know, and I want to say this first because you definitely brought up a key point that I don't think a lot of comics even talk about how they feel about when their peers and their coworkers are taking shots at them because they not like them or they don't see it or they don't
Yeah. Were they
have a notion of where you going. So I was a little more energetic, very physical type of comic, and then I was writing stuff that was genuine to me, and then I somebody took a lot of stuff, like was writing on the same level, and I don't think they were writing it. I think that their writers were seeing me places and then turning in my material to that person. So I don't even blame that person for doing the same kind of stick. So when I expressed my concern about it to a particular person that's my mentor, and it was funny for my mentor to try to do an impersonation, which I know that he doesn't do impersonations
yeah.
well. But but I went to him and I'll tell you who he is after he does the impersonation. And I went to him, I said, "Hey man, this person is um like kind of talking the same as me, like, and I know this is my stuff." And like, he says, "I'm going to tell you the same thing that Prince told Timbaland." And I said, I said, "What was that?" He said, "Timbaland called Prince and said, 'Hey man, a lot of people out here stealing my sound.'" And this was the impression. He tried to do a Prince. I died. He said, Prince said, "Are you that nigga?" Is the Tuna said, "Yeah, my nigga." Then create another sound. And then he hung up on
Oh,
him.
wow.
And then he hung up on me. He left me on the phone. And that was DL Hughley.
Wow.
And he said to me,
Mm,
create another sound.
mm.
And then a week later, we talked and he said, the funniest that you're gonna ever be in your
Yep.
life is based upon how honest that you want to be.
He's 100% right.
So right from the most honest space that you can, that nobody can duplicate.
Mm.
And that was when I started crafting my stories about being incarcerated. That's what made me do what is affectionately known. It's called the prison ride, but people know it as Mexican got on boots. From This Is Not Happening on Ari
Yeah,
Shafir's
yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
So, so I did that story, and then that kind of spiraled into people. Oh, he was incarcerated, but I had been doing stand up for 17 years before I ever even mentioned it.
Mm.
Because
Wow.
like you say that coming home,
Yep.
I don't want a lot of people to know that about me, and then I don't want to talk about prison because I don't want to become this typecast
Exactly.
person.
Exactly.
So it took 17 years before I even ever said anything um to the public. My friends knew, and people that was around me knew, but I um I kept that pretty close to the vest. So this series of the Domino Effect is going to end with four. I'm gonna do two specials in between starting the next series, and I'm only saying it because you gave it the whole synopsis of what's the next series is called In the Shadows,
Mm,
which is my journey from getting out, trying to start become a comic, but I don't want nobody really to know anything about me
yes.
because I can get sent back. If somebody gave some place, some just so happens somebody's jealous and of whatever success I may be having,
Right.
and they call, well, he assaulted me, and now I have to go
That's
back
right.
to
That's right.
prison and then fight my way from out of that. So I was kind of just living in the shadows. Like people, like, well, you want to do this interview? No, no, no. I don't know the questions they're gonna ask me. I don't want to be seen with too many people. No, I don't want to be around. It was this whole living it under a rock
Yeah.
type thing, but still trying to be in a public
Yep.
space, which is weird. It's a weird time, but
Yeah.
it just makes for good
I
content.
was on the I was on the opposite side trying to hide. I'm in an upper class, nice neighborhood, and here comes. I'll never forget. I haven't seen him. Uh, you know, uh, uh, Before he was a meathead. He was a full blown meathead, like just a meathead. I almost knocked him out so many times as a teenager. I pulled him like, what the fuck? He's like, such a knucklehead. Um, and my wife's pregnant. Um, we've got a 2-year old and a 5-year old. I'm straight out of television land or whatever. And I'm like, I said the car, I'll pick him up, we'll bring him here, we'll have a nice dinner. I will never forget this. He comes out of the car, and I can't do it here. He squats. First of all, he's 6'6", and he's all inked on one side because he would do his own ink, right? And he squats. He squats on the ground and lights a cigarette. He's like for like 10 minutes, looking around, and then I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Ugh." And we took him to dinner, and I said, "We're gonna go to a nice dinner." And he comes down. He had a wife beater, a white wife beater, um, and like these gang shorts. I said, "What do you, dude? You can't. Do you have any clothes?" So I had to like it was the real life Fresh Prince of Bel. And so I get him one of my shirts, button up shirt, and we go there and we go to dinner. He's 6'4", so we're in a nice restaurant, and he's leaning like this on the like he's like this. People are sitting up there staring at him. He's got ink all over him. There's no ink in this town anywhere. It's just a lot of people talking about computers and stuff I don't understand, and I don't understand how half America makes money. Oh, I computer and I fly to Japan. What do you do? Comedy. Oh, that's cute. So, you got this house doing comedy, huh? Yeah, yeah. Go figure. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Hey, we're having a birthday party. If you, thank you, thanks for the. Oh, it's a backyard setting. It's great. Thank you. I think I'll be all right. And trying to keep that under wraps was but at the same time trying to mentor and nonstop hanging out and nonstop trying to deprogram. And also this banana would first of all, you couldn't play. I'm gonna imagine you can't play cards with you. If we ever play, I ain't never playing cards with you. This guy, we'd play cards and he'd win every game. I'm like, this guy, he memorizes every single. I'm like, of course, because he was in camp. So he would he'd have things like you ever we used to do this. He'd have spiders and he'd have spider fights on my front porch. Like, what do you do? He's like, dude, we used to do this all the time. Like, what? He had all.
You still doing all prison stuff
Yeah, yeah,
in the freezer
and
side.
the best was he said he wanted to make us dinner, and it was. I gotta
He
get the
did a spread. He did a spread.
no. He got macaroni and cheese, Cheetos, blah blah blah, and he was like, "This is like when we're feasting."
Us. That's a spread. He made y'all a spread.
Yeah, what's in a spray it? What's in spray it?
A spread. A spread is like because you put noodles,
Yes, yes,
cheese, chili. You
yes,
put a bunch of stuff and you
yes, yes. And he was
and you put it in a bowl.
yes, he was so bro. Ali, and my wife and I, we go to the gym, we're out eating apples every day, and I'm like, just eat it. I remember going through. He's like, no, don't question what I'm buying. I'm like, all right, and we're buying Cheetos, we're buying mac. I'm like, what is he powdered this? And yeah, it was good.
A
I slept
spread.
for a week, but yeah, that's when he made it. And he was so
did he?
excited, so excited.
Did he put crackers? Did
Oh
he put
yeah.
crackers on the side when he put it? he, he
Swear to
gave you
God.
a classic prison meal.
Check out the Breuniverse every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. If you can't wait till then, sign up for Patreon and get it 2 days early, along with other exclusive content.